communicate to the public that you will be seeing more of this between us and the banks and other institutions, where we'll sit down and agree that prosecution is not necessarily the only solution to the problems that we are faced with, especially when it comes to issues of graft and money laundering. My colleagues are here, the DCI. We worked together in most of these cases and were part of the process of the negotiations. EACC is also a partner, and we've also worked with them in a number of these cases and have agreed to come up with this jointly. So that really, I don't want to read this very long statement. We will distribute it to you so that you can decipher what, so I've just summarized it, and we'll give each and every one. I know there was insinuation that maybe some of this money, I pocketed some of this money, me and the DCI, just as there are other insinuations out there. Your maneno, just wishful thinking. Just wishful thinking. So we've come here to affirm that we've entered, they have paid, and this money is going to be restituted back to the various areas that we felt that the monies were lost. And really, this is just the banks had failed to report suspicious transactions. They were not part and parcel of the corruption crime or the graft crime itself. So don't go out there and start saying that they were involved in graft. The banks were not involved in graft. They just did not report suspicious transactions. Tuko pamoja. That's and DCI. Tutasema kitu.
Maybe you can clarify. Are they going to recover the money from insurance or
who?
The banks? Is it in order for them to recover the money from insurance?
Hiyo mtauliza baadaye. Mimi ni pesa tu nataka. Pale inatoka. Sijui. Banks wako na pesa. And this thing is not only happening in Kenya. If you do your research, you will see that deferred prosecution happens all over the world, especially in common law jurisdictions in the UK and the US. Labda ni salary zao kidogo tume.
What I think you just tell us what happened in court on Tuesday. Kenyans are wondering, was it right when he introduced himself first?
Who are you, Kwanza?
TV appears in Russia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your question?
What happened
I don't know. You're the guys who are covering it.
Excuse me, we'll just have 3 questions. Just 3 questions. And if you could just focus on what has been discussed, it will really help us. So 3?
It's okay.
It's fine, right?
Yeah, 3 questions.
Yes.
You can ask.
You
There's
say
nothing.
Your name and where you
Just
are
don't
from.
worry. You know, she's the information. we have no problem.
You're not escaping for a minute.
Yeah.
You're free.
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Muraya, Wealth Capital.
Yeah.
There are concerns that you're working relationship with the DCI.
Let me tell you, I've just told you here that hiyo ni kitu muna create. Kama watu wawili wameninio huko officers, sisi as principals we have no problem. Yeah. Yes.
Is this in effect the end of prosecution of banks in the relationship?
No. You see, this is called deferred agreement. We have to agree. If we don't agree, we prosecute.
So there are other banks, because we knew there were other banks which had handled smaller amounts.
If they are not here, the process is still ongoing.
So would you disclose how many banks?
Yes, of course. That's why we're here.
The
Otherwise,
of the banks.
of course. Yeah, no, we will. Once the process is complete, we'll let you know whether we are prosecuting or we are entering into deferred prosecutions. Yes.
Some of you from Citizen TV. Mine is very specific. And I'm happy the DCI is here. There is a file that I handed to you some 3-4 months ago on KPA. We have not seen any action from you because you said you're going
Can I ask you, how long did the dam issue take? How many times did you people insinuate that tulikuwa compromise?
Lake Basin.
The Lake Basin. It took 2 years. So what is 4 months?
So
Don't try and create. Musikubali kutumika na corrupt cartels. You see, there is no, in fact, when it comes to crime and criminal law, there is no limitation. It's not civil. Yeah, so mkuwe na subra. Kuna process, na process itachukua, even the deferred prosecution, it's taken a year.
And a follow-up to the same, on what transpired on Tuesday, really, an officer of the DCI brings a suspect in court. The DPP is not aware. How does that actually sit with these two officers that are critical in criminal justice system?
You know, you're asking the same question over and over. It is simple. This can happen anywhere. It doesn't mean it is the DCI and me. We have no problem. And teething problems occur in any institution. So don't overblow and create things out of nothing. How many DPPs here?
Sincerely, what the DPP has said here. You know, in the criminal justice, the way my brother just asked you a very pertinent question. And, you know, there is the investigative arm, there is the DPP, then the judicial. So, charge things, I can assure you, they usually do happen, time to time. But if they recur again or we see it again, that is when we can always say there is a problem. Surely. And because I know you are my son, when you marry, you are not going to say that you are going to throw your wife because of just an incident once, isn't it? Unless it's repeated, that is when you can say that. But for sure, what the DPP has said, it was just something BCD, but absolutely wishful thinking. People may perceive build many mountains out of something very small. So that's what I would say.
Is it peculiar then that the DPP, you have two files on the same institution, the same individual?
Actually, I have 4 files for your information. 4 files.
On the same individual?
On the same institution, some of it same individuals. And probably there are more others on the same individual. So you be patient.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Omar Mohammed from Reuters.
Yes.
In terms of the part of the agreement that you announced today,
yes.
Have you agreed on instituting measures to mitigate?
Yes. Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what those measures are?
There's quite a number of measures which we're actually monitoring, because we entered this agreement a little bit last year. We've been monitoring before we can announce, and the banks have been putting measures in place. But it is in the statement, and we'll give it to you and we'll share it with you. There's quite a number of them, and we are also working not only with the banks, but also with Central Bank and the DCI and the EACC.
If we want a DCI, what is the status of the investigation to Kene's murder?
Thank you for that. Today, I'm going to share with you. Some sectors there who when you are the medium between us and the public, we have no any other medium other than him. And when other people want to put their narrative, when we want to actually tell the public, because we have an obligation to tell the public, that is when the problem comes. They themselves, they want you. They don't want us to need you. So today, in fact, by afternoon, I'll tell you exactly what happened and what we are pursuing. So please be ready this afternoon. Personally, I'll do that.
We have suspects.
Sorry?
Suspect, persons of interest.
We shall discuss. So there will be no more speculation on what we are pursuing. It will be ready.
So one final question.
One thing about the DPP,
yeah.
Actually, have 2. The first one is concerning this matter that you've issued a statement.
Yes.
Does that mean that, given the agreement that you have reached, does that mean that the 20 bank managers who are under investigation in NYS are now free? And then secondly,
yes.
On different matter, the other matter about your office and the DCI, there's a report today in the Nation with the DCI, the director, saying that your office has been trained. Could you also?
Did he say that? Did he say that? Where? DCI mwambia huyu jamaa. Mimi sijaona wala sijamsikia.
No, absolutely, because of these things when they are say, I agree with you, my brother. So please, I will say, some of these things, when they get out of context, isn't it? Because initially we didn't have an opportunity to talk, or perhaps even hear from us, isn't it? That you have heard from us, kindly. Can you pick it from there? Thank you.
Just one from me, there have been claims of, a lot of acquittal of corruption cases in court.
Which one? Give me one.
People saying
No, don't give blanket and give me one acquittal or two.
Like with regards to NYS.
Which one? Where is the acquittal in NYS?
We are yet to see.
The case is not complete, my friend. Go and read. There is a difference between acquittal and the process still going on. It is still in court. All the NYS cases. There's no acquittal. Ama ni vipi boss?
My first question.
Yeah, let me answer your question. In relation to the banks and their managers, we've entered into deferred prosecution.
All of them.
And the meaning of deferred prosecution is if they continue breaching the agreements that we have with them, we will then be able to prosecute. Okay? And you cannot only enter with just the bank. The bank is, it is a whole system. It includes the managers that you are saying. And as I told you, they were not part and parcel of the crime itself. It is just the fact that they failed to report. Okay? I hope I'm clear. And the points, yeah, please. Ungesema bwana. Nisaidie. Ni sawa. So mujue hii ni kitu ambayo inafanyika duniani kote na tutaendelea kufanya. Lakini tulikuwa tumekubaliana hapa kwamba hii ndio ya kwanza nchini Kenya, sote tuwe hapa kuonesha kwamba tumekubaliana na kuendelea mbele, mambo kama haya itafanyika na itaweza kuwanufaisha wa Kenya. Kwa hivyo milioni 385 ndio pesa ambazo tumeweza kupata kutoka kwa hizi bank. Nawashukuru sana. Nawashukuru.
Not to change the name of the banks with tailor-made headlines.
Yes, you'll get it. It is in the statements. You will, yes.
Does this mean that you will now extend criminal responsibility to banks when you and Mr. Kinoti are pursuing corruption cases when they help ship out corruption?
Of course, I mean, if they've helped in laundering, for example, or they've failed in reporting suspicious transaction, you will see more of this, or you will see prosecution also. Yeah, we have those options. Thank you. Bosi wao umeuliza maswali mingi. Ya mwisho.
Unajua kuna Wakenya ambao understand Kizungu. Sasa kwa Kiswahili.
Wewe mwenyewe unataka
Wewe Mswahili.
Kiswahili sasa. Tueleze tu working relationship yako na bwana DCI.
Boss, hakuna
file ambayo tunazungumzia.
Si mimi nimewaambia hakuna, hatujakosana wala kuna mzozo wote baina yetu sisi na DCI wala na EACC. Nimesikia? Na mambo haya ni mambo watu tu wanafikiria na wanataka kuyaleta. Maana kuna watu wengi hawafurahi namna kazi inayofanywa. Kazi itaendelea kufanywa na binadamu, lazima kutakuwa na makosa hapa na pale, lakini haimaanishi ya kwamba tumekosana kabisa. Umesikia? Na faili ambazo zile zimekuja, na nimewaambia kesi zote kubwa ambazo kama kesi ya damu, mnakumbuka vizuri sana, ilichukua zaidi ya mwaka, na huo mwaka mzima watu walisema tumepewa pesa, tumehongwa. Watu mlisema hivyo nyinyi wenyewe, watu wa magazeti na reporters. Pia Lake Basin 3 years imechukua miaka 3, umesikia vosema miaka 3. Lakini mwisho kesi zitakuja, na zitakuja kama ziko tayari, na tuna uhakika ya kwamba tutashinda kotini. Umesikia? Kwa hivyo tafadhalini msijaribu kuleta mvurugano baina sisi hapa.
Bwana DPP, unapozungumzia hilo swala, kila mara mnapaka vyombo vya habari toke. Bwana Kinoti amenukuliwa na gazeti la Daily Nation leo kwamba analaumu idara yako kwamba haijapatia kesi hizi. So mnaposema kwamba vyombo vya habari vinawapaka tope, ni nyinyi wenyewe mnajipaka tope mbele ya umma.
Sikusema mmetupaka, sikusema mmetupaka tope. Usiniwekee maneno mdomoni mwangu. Umesikia? Nimesema kwamba hamna subra. Mnafaa kuwa na subra. Umesikia? Kesi, hata ukiangalia kesi gani wa Amerika na wapi, kuna kesi nyingi tumesikia, hata ya yule Trump anakuwa investigated mpaka leo mumeona imemalizika. Mbona wao wana subra? Nyinyi ndio hamuna subra. Kwa hivyo tunawaambia tafadhalini muwe na subra na msijaribu kuweka doa kwetu sisi. Na kwamba mujaribu kuhakikisha kama kitu imefanyika, ni kosa inaweza kufanyika, sisi ni binadamu. Haimaanishi tumepigana. Na hata kama DCI anataka kunikosoa mimi na mimi nikitaka hivi, yani ni kazi. Alivyosema DCI, hata mume na mke hupigana. Umesikia? Lakini iliyofanyika hapo awali haimaanishi mimi na yeye tuna vita yote. Hatuna vita kabisa. Ni sisi ni ndugu na tutaendelea kufanya kazi. Tumefahamiana? Ama mnataka tupigane mahakamani ndio mtakuwa na hakika kwamba asanteni.
Asante.
Shukran. Ama mnataka kuuliza maswali? What your bank?
Is it? Okay, where is he now? Yes, he's a couple. Good.